Everyone, this is Ayushi. Let's continue our English class for class 7th. So students, yesterday we completed some important topics for the midterm exams. Now today also we will cover up some important topics of grammar only. So without further ado, let's get started. We have done your practice very well yesterday. Now today also we are going to do a lot of questions. So the first topic that we are going to start, that is agreement of subject and verb. In this, by the name itself you can easily understand, that is subject. The main person, subject can be the main person, whether animal, object or thing in the sentence. Some subjects are singular and some are plural. This is the main important point that we have to keep in our mind. According to this only, after watching this subject only, we have to put our verb. So verb, the action or state of being in the sentence. So students, if you remember, state of being in this means what? That is stative verb. Means some of the verbs are there, we are unable to do any action. Like all the helping verbs, is, am, are, has, have, had, can we do any action? No. So these verbs are called state of being. Remaining action verbs we know very well, like go, run, play, talk, eat. These are the action verbs. Okay. So in the sentence, these are called the verbs. Just like subjects, some verbs are singular and some are plural. Means when subject is singular, then our verb will be singular. When subject is plural, then our verb will be plural. Okay. Most singular verbs have an s on the end, while plural verbs don't. Okay, like in the most of the singular one, when we have to play, when we have to write, she plays, we have to use. Okay, so with singular we have used s. She runs, he runs, Rohan talks. So at the end we have to use s. Most of the time, not all the time. Okay, like he is, she shouts, mom gives. Okay, but if we talk about the plural one, so we will write like this: they are, we go, Jack and Jill run. You can see after that s is not there. Okay, and remaining you know very well, with the singular one we have to use is. Okay, with the plural one we have to use are. Now let's go to the exercise, and same today also. Take a pen and paper, try to solve it yourself, and then tally the answers whatever we are discussing over here. Okay. Now fill in the blank with the correct form of the verb. In this simply I have mentioned the correct form you have to put here of the verb only, but in the exam I have to, even I can give you like this, identify the errors. See, we will do exercise even. So now see here, man and woman is complementary, am, are, none. Now see, men and women two are there. So in this means more than one person is there, that is a single, that is a plural. Because of this we have to use here are. Isn't it? It's very easy. Am with I we have to use always. Is with singular. So man and woman, two persons are there, more than one. Plural subject is there, that's why we have to use here plural. Now plural verb. Okay. Now see the next one. The leader as well as his brothers dash to the same tribe. Belong, belongs, belonged, and all. Now see, in this the leader as well as his brothers to the same tribe. So we are talking about the leader. Okay, that's why here leader as well as his brothers. This is the simple as well as is the as well as is the conjunction that is separating this sentence. Okay, so it means here the main subject is the leader, not his brothers. Okay, that's why our answer will be belongs. Although it could be belonged also, but we don't have any form here of the past tense. Means after watching this sentence we are unable to understand that this sentence goes to past. That's why we have used here present one. Okay, singular subject, that's why singular verb plus s or es. Okay, now the next one. Cats and dogs not get along. Cats and dogs do, does, don't, all of them. Now see, cats and dogs, again plural is there, and you know very well the plural form of do, does, did, that is do. Okay, now you will say ki ma'am, why are we not putting don't? Because not is already mentioned over here. Okay, so with the plural one we have to use here do. Understood? Now the next one. the students accompanied by their teacher dash gone on a picnic. Has gone, have, does, and do. Now see the students, first of all you have to identify the subject. What is subject over here? The subject is the students only, accompanied by their teacher. This is simply, this is the complementary part. The different part means only in this sentence the students is a subject. Who is the doer of the action? Okay, so the students are the doer. Okay, students, that is a plural, so automatically has will not be there and does will not be there. Now you have two options, have and do. Now see, do is our simple present tense. With this we cannot put verb third form. Gone is given. It means before this we have only few of the options. Okay, so only has and have we have left two options. So between them we have to choose only one. Fine. So that's why, and students plural, that's why we have to use here have. Understood? With do we cannot put verb third form. Now the next one, a lot of houses dash collapsed. Collapsed means destroyed in the storm. Was, has, is, have. Now a lot of houses means we are talking about here so many houses. That is plural. Okay. So what is the plural one here? So only one is given, that is have. Was, has, is, these all three are singular. Only one is plural, that is have. That's why have collapsed. Okay. Now the next one, a large sum of money dash stolen. So a large sum of money were, are, was, is. Now see, a large sum of money in this. Now see students, in the single blank we can put more than one answers. Okay, not for the exam, but here we can put here a large sum of money, that is was stolen. Here we are talking about money, we count as singular and plural both. Okay, so according to this, a large, only one, the whole amount we are talking about here, that's why we have to put here singular one. So a large of sum of money was stolen, yeah, a large sum of money is stolen. Both the answers are right. Okay, fine. Although this kind of confusion will not be there in the exam, but this I have given you just to make you understand that in the single blank we can put more than one answers. Okay. Now the next one we have, that is neither Geeta nor Beena dash to the gym. Now see, neither nor, if you remember the rule, when this Geeta or Beena means when the subject both are singular, we have to put a singular one. When whatever the nearby means, nearby blank, what is given? Beena, singular, then singular one. If suppose here it is given friends, neither Geeta nor friends, friends plural, then we could put here plural one. Okay, now Beena is singular, then what we have to put? Neither Geeta nor Beena goes. Singular one, that is goes. Okay, goes to the gym. Understood? So whatever is given nearby the blank, that you have to fill. Next one, in this you have to identify the errors. Now as we are doing the agreement of subject only, agreement of subject and verb, so error will be in the verb only. But in the exam, it will not be given to you that identify the error in the verb. Simply it will be given identify the errors. Now then you have to identify that where is the error. Okay. Now the next the options are, mother said the quality of the dresses were good in that shop. So where is the mistake? In the good were quality in. Now see, mother said that the quality of the dresses. Here we are not talking about the dresses. We are talking about the quality. The noun, the subject is quality. And quality is what? That is our singular. So this were is wrong. Okay. The quality of the dresses was good in that shop. Okay. So this one is wrong answer, were. Okay. So like this you can do it. Now the next one we have, that is either he or I are at fault. Now see, either he or I, as I told you in this neither nor either or, what you have to do it, whatever is nearby the blank. Now blank is not given. See, I, do you think with I we have to use are? No, isn't it? That's why we have to use here what? Am. So either he or I am at fault. So here what is the answer? Answer will be are. Are is wrong. Are, replacement of are we have to put am. Okay. Now the next one we have, the President of India along with his ministers are to be present. Okay, so the options are to, be, are, his. See, now what we have to see here, the President of India along with his ministers, here the subject is, first of all identify the subject. What is subject? The President we are talking about, and this is singular. And see what we have put here, are. Isn't it? We are not talking about the ministers, we are talking about the President. Okay, this is the additional one. Fine, don't be confused like this. Okay, so this here we have to put is. Okay, that's why our answer is are. Understood? Now the next topic we have objects, direct objects and indirect objects. For identify the transitive and intransitive one. The simple one, a direct object is a noun or pronoun that receive the action of a verb. The main important point you have to keep in your mind that always you will get the object after the verb. First of all identify the verb. Verb is broke. Identify the verb. After that you will get the object. Before the object what will be there? That is subject. Okay, subject, verb and then object. Fine. So it is the receiver of the verb. Fine. And whether it can be a noun or pronoun. So the simple identification, direct objects ask two questions, who and what. Fine. Like Carla broke the vase. Carla broke what? The vase. So if you are getting the answer, that is your direct object. Fine. If you will not get the answer, that is your indirect object. Okay, or it means object that we will see later on ki object is even there or not. Okay, now the indirect object, don't forget the question word who and what for the direct object. Indirect object, in this we have also two options. Those are two questions, to whom and for whom. Okay, to whom and for whom. The indirect object is a recipient of the direct object, means in this first of all you will get the direct object. See the timetable. Carol gave what? The timetable. To whom? To Julie. Understood? Like this, the indirect object is an object that often comes after a preposition. Often comes preposition like to. To is what? This is a preposition. Okay, generally it comes after the preposition. So to whom, for whom, that is indirect one. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, not all the time. The indirect object should always stay with the verb or direct object. Means generally it's not mandatory that always you will get direct object then indirect. Like if I am writing here Carol gave me, so Carol gave me the timetable. So Carol gave whom? So here me, see now me is what? That is our indirect object without even to. Okay, and even without. So in this after the verb we have got the indirect object. Okay, here it is written now, the verb or direct object. So after here the direct object we have got the indirect one, but many of the time we can get after the verb also. Okay, so in this question words are to whom or for whom. Now the next one, the same exercise. Identify the direct object in these sentences. Simple, don't forget question words are who and what. Okay, Maria has lost her key. First of all identify the verb. What is verb here? Verb is lost. Okay, verb is what? Lost. Fine. Now put the question word. Maria has lost what? Her key. So we have got the answer, her key. That's why this is our direct object. Next. It's very easy, student. George walks his dog twice a day. Now first of all identify the verb here. So what is verb? Action verb is given, walks. Okay, now put the question word. George walks his dog twice a day. So here George walks who? That is his dog. किसको walk के लिए लेके जाता है? His dog, उसके dog को. That's why who? His dog. That is our direct object. Fine. Now next one, the kids enjoyed the birthday party. Now first of all identify the verb. The kids enjoyed the birthday party. The kids, verb is enjoyed. So after this put the question word. The kids enjoyed what? Birthday party. So this is our answer, the birthday party. Okay, only two question word who or what. Next one, Annie heard her parents whispering. Okay, so first of all identify the verb. Verb is hurt. Okay, so verb is hurt, and Annie hurt who? That is her parents. Okay, this is our object. So here is our object is her parents. Okay, and verb is hurt. Fine. Now the next one we have, the teacher wrote the question on the blackboard. Again, first of all identify the verb. The teacher, action, what is the action she is doing? That is wrote. So this is our verb, wrote. So here wrote, the teacher wrote, this is our verb, wrote what? The question. So what? We have got the answer, what? The question. That is our direct object. Understood? Who and what, these were the two question words you have to keep in your mind. Now in this identify the indirect object. So what will be the question word? Those will be to whom and for whom. So now let's see, first of all identify the verb. Father showed me a beautiful rare bird in the garden. A beautiful rare bird me showed. First of all identify the verb. What is verb over here? The verb is showed. Now put the question word. Father showed whom? Me means in this whom you will get pronoun. Okay, so that is me. So here answer will be me. Now see, father showed whom? Me what? A beautiful rare bird. So a beautiful rare bird, this is your direct object. Okay, this I told you, after the verb as well as after the direct object you can get indirect object. Okay, don't always find the indirect object after the direct object only. The next one we have, the basketball coach suggested her name to the board members for the state team. Okay, now see, the basketball coach suggested, first of all identify the verb. So what is verb here? That is suggested. Okay, now the basketball coach suggested, this is our verb. Now see, her name, so to whom, for whom, are we getting answer? No, to the board members. To whom? To the board members. Okay, so to the board members, this will be your indirect object. Okay, like this preposition will help you a lot. Fine. So to the board members, that will be your indirect object. Understood? I baked a cake for my mother. So first of all identify the verb. Verb will be baked. So after this we have to find the object. So, verb is baked. Now see, I baked what? A cake. So what is this? What, we have direct object but we have to identify indirect one. I baked a cake for whom? For my mother. So my mother is your indirect object. Okay, so student, just while attempting the answers, just write down the key point. Okay, like direct object, who, what, indirect object, to whom, for whom. Okay, like conjunction, coordinating, fanboys, correlative, pairs. Like this you can write down the key point and then easily you can attempt all the answers. Okay, now the next one, the security guard informed us about the theft. So first of all again identify the verb. The security guard informed us. So verb is informed. So as we have identified the verb, that is informed. Then now security guard informed whom? Us. Okay, whom? Us. So that is us is our indirect object. Fine. Now the next one, the last one, I had lent them some story books to read. Now again first of all identify the verb, that is I had lent them some story books to read. Identify the verb. Verb is lent. Okay, so lent is our verb. I had lent whom? Them. Okay, and what? Some story books. So them is our indirect object. Some story books, these are direct object. Okay, so I hope you have understood this also, direct and indirect one. Now transitive, intransitive, as now we have understood direct and indirect, so this will be easy for us, because transitive one, in this we need an object, means any object whether direct or indirect. and in transitive you will not have any object. Only the one important point you have to keep in your mind. This is only transitive, you will get the object. In transitive, no object. So this is the key point for your transitive, intransitive verbs. Okay. No need to go through all the things. This we have done already. Now come to the exercise. We have to identify the verb in the following sentences. First of all, identify the verb and then tell that is transitive or intransitive. In this, whether, who, what, to whom, for whom. If you are getting the answer of any one of these, then that will be your transitive one. If you will not get the answer, that will be your intransitive one. Okay. The plane landed safely. First of all, identify the plane landed safely. What is that? Verb is landed. As you have identified the verb, automatically two options like safely and safely. This is wrong. Now two left, landed safely. Landed safely, if landed how? It is giving the answer of how. So definitely how is a not object. So this is our intransitive verb. Okay, fine. Now the next one, I will solve this problem. Again, first of all, identify the verb, that is solve. So I will solve, verb is solve. Automatically third and fourth are wrong answer. So I will solve what? This problem. So we have got the answer of what. That's why this is our transitive verb. Okay. Next one. He injured his knee while playing football. Now again, first of all, identify the verb playing or injured. Which one? See student, ing form, if it is acting as a verb, it will always with a helping verb. Now you can see any helping verb means is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, been, like these. Any helping verb you will get, and then you will get ing form. So in this we don't have any helping verb. It means this ing is not here acting, is not acting as a verb over here. Okay. So now two options, injured, third and fourth. Now he injured what? That is his knee. This is our object, his knee. That's why we have found the object. This is our transitive verb. Okay. Now the next one we have don't shout. Now in this it's very easy. Don't, only two words we have, don't or shout. So first of all, see, helping, one is helping verb, one is main verb. So automatically you have to go through the main verb. So here shout, only two options, shout and shout. Now see, after this nothing is given, means what, who, where, nothing we can put. So automatically this is our intransitive verb. Okay. When after the verb nothing is given, understood, automatically it will be intransitive one. Okay. The next one we have shut the door. Now what is the verb here? Identify the verb, shut or door. Definitely door cannot be the verb. Door is a noun. This is the thing. Okay. Shut is our verb, first and second. Now shut what? The door. We have got the answer here. And can anyone tell me which sentence it is? Starting with the main verb, shut the door, someone is giving you order. So what is this? This is our imperative sentence. So by these, even practicing these questions, you can even do your exercise of kinds of sentences also. Okay. Now the next one we have, he can drive any vehicle. So again identify the verb. In this simple modal verb is given can. By this you will get the main verb. So drive is our main verb. So drive is our verb. After this he can drive what? Any vehicle. So this is our transitive verb. Oh, not this one. We have to put here, yes, drive. Sorry, this is the right answer, drive, and transitive one. Vehicle is our noun, object. Okay. Now the next one we have, he stopped suddenly. Now identify the verb here, suddenly or stopped. These two options, definitely stopped. We can do even action here, stopped. Okay. He stopped suddenly. Suddenly, that is frequency, how. Okay. Manner. So he stopped suddenly. So that is intransitive one. Okay. Who, what, to whom, for whom, we are not getting any answer. The next one, she cooked a tasty meal. Again, first of all, identify the verb here. The verb will be meal or cooked. Definitely not meal. Meal is our noun. So only first and third option. So that is cooked is our verb. Okay. She cooked what? That is a tasty meal. So we have got the answer of what. That's why this is a transitive verb. Okay. Now the next one, that is wash your hands. Identify the verb. That is wash. In this pandemic period, so it's mandatory to wash your hand in 2 hours. So wash your hands. Wash is a verb. So automatically first and second two options are wrong. So wash what? Your hands. So that is transitive one. Okay, and the last question of the day, that is I slept on the floor. So on the floor, that is I slept where? If you are finding, that will be your answer. So where we are not having any object. So first of all identify the verb. Verb is slept. So slept, this one is our verb. So automatically first and only two options. So this is our intransitive one, because we are not getting any answer of who, what, to whom, for whom. Okay. So I hope you are able to do it, these exercise. Thank you. And students, no written work also, just do practice. Okay. Thank you.